Hi, my name is Connor and I work at Exploding Kittens. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Let's Hit Each Other with Fake Swords. The goal of the game is to be the first player to collect 3 sets of cards. You form a set by collecting 3 cards of the same color. The cards don't have to be the same. As long as they're the same color, you've made a set. To get cards, you're going to be pointing at one of the piles of cards in the middle of the table. Each turn, one player will be the fight boss, and it's their job to make the piles. Don't worry, we'll talk more about being the fight boss later. Once the piles are out on the table, the fight boss counts down from 3. When they say point, everyone will point to the pile of cards they want. If you're the only player who points at a pile, that's great. You get to immediately take those cards and put them in front of you. But if you point to the same pile as another player, you'll have to sword fight to see who gets those cards. The catch is that the rules for the sword fight are decided by the cards you're fighting over. So if you and another player pointed to a pile with Dizzy Dueling and a second stab, you'll both need to spin in a circle 3 times at the start of the sword fight, and the shorter player will have to get hit twice to be defeated. The winner of the fight gets all the cards in the pile. The loser gets nothing. To start the game, shuffle the cards and place them face down to form the draw pile. Deal 1 card to each player to get everyone started. This card and all cards you collect during the game must go face up in front of you and remain visible to all players. Then place the 2 foam swords on the table. Pick a player to be the first fight boss, and you're ready to begin. Every turn, one player will be the fight boss. At the start of your turn as fight boss, you will take some cards from the draw pile and place them face up in the middle of the table. You always take 2 more cards than the number of players. So, in a 4-player game, you'll take 6 cards. In a 5-player game, you'll take 7 cards, and so on. Then you have to make piles out of the cards. The number of piles you make is based on the number of players. Say you're playing a 5-person game. You're the fight boss, so you would draw 7 cards and place them on the table. Because there are 5 players, you'll arrange those cards into 4 piles. You get to decide what the piles look like. You could make 3 piles of 1 card each and 1 pile of 4 cards. You could have a pile with only 1 color. You can make 1 pile with all the cards that you need the most. Whatever you want. Once you've made the piles, everyone at the table can discuss which cards they're going for. Make deals, or just lie. When everyone's ready, they'll put a finger up in the air, and when everyone has raised a finger, the fight boss counts down. 3, 2, 1, point. On point, everyone points to the pile of cards that they want. If you're the only player pointing at a pile, immediately take those cards and put them in front of you. If no one is pointing at a pile, discard those cards. And if you're pointing at the same pile as another player, you will have to sword fight them to determine who gets the cards. Only 1 sword fight can happen each turn, and only 2 people can fight. So, if 3 players are pointing at 1 pile, and 2 players are pointing at a different pile, the fight boss gets to decide which fight happens. If your fight was not chosen, discard the cards so that neither of you gets anything. And in the case where 3 players are pointing at the same pile, the fight boss decides which 2 of those players will fight. The player who isn't chosen to fight gets nothing. There's 2 ways you can lose a sword fight. First is by getting hit. You can only hit your opponent in the chest or back, between their shoulders and waist. Hits to the head and arms are illegal. The other way to lose is by breaking a rule. Whenever you sword fight, you must follow the rules on all of the cards in the pile you are fighting over. If you break the rules on any card in the pile, you immediately lose the sword fight. The fight boss is the referee for any sword fights that happen during their turn, and has final say on legal hits, broken rules, and any other questions. After a sword fight ends, the winner takes all the cards in that pile. The player to the left of the current fight boss becomes the new fight boss. Then, they draw new cards and form new piles to start their turn. Whenever you have 3 cards of the same color in front of you, you can stack them to make a set. The first player to make 3 sets immediately wins the game. That's it, go play!